We are entering a crucial time in the Western Conference, and that is the post-All-Star game stretch. It's a 24-game stretch where teams 4 through 10 are all 4 games within each other. As y'all can see in the standings, it is going to be a race for the last playoff spot, and I'm not even including the teams that are 11, 12, and 13 who are also very much still in the race for the final playoff spot. You have a team like Oklahoma City that is a young team, the youngest team in the league currently, and you're in position to make the play-in. Before the season, a lot of doubters had y'all only winning 20 games, and you proved them. As a front office right now, you have to make the decision that you cannot sit your players. I know that's what the Thunder have done before in previous seasons because they have been losing, but this season they have not been losing. You cannot sit your players to get a better draft spot or a better chance at a draft position because you are in the playoffs. I think for the Thunder, playoff experience does a lot more for the team than getting a higher draft pick. I think this year's Western Conference playoffs will prove one thing to be true, and that thing is that the standings will not and do not matter. This year, I believe more so than ever, if you are a top 3 seed, it is the highest chance of you being bounced in the first round. The Clippers are currently the 4 seed, and the Kings are currently the 3 seed. If I think everything goes to plan, I think the season will end as the Kings with the 3rd seed and the Clippers being the 6th seed. The Kings have had an amazing season so far, and they're led by their 2 All-Stars, De'Aaron Fox and Domantas Sabonis. And this is no doubt on them, but the Clippers, I think, during the playoffs will be the better team. If you face against the Clippers, if you face against the Suns, if you face against the Mavericks, I don't find it hard the Clippers beating the Kings. I don't find it hard to see the Suns beating the Kings or the Mavericks beating the Kings. This Lakers team right now is on the outside looking in. They did what they had to do at the trade deadline, acquiring Malik Beasley, D'Angelo Russell, and Jared Vanderbilt, and getting rid of Russell Westbrook and his contract. They wanted Kyrie Irving. They didn't get him, but that's all right. They have a team. They have LeBron and they have Anthony Davis, and the team is getting healthy, and that's really all you need. Anthony Davis comes back and he starts playing like they need him to play. The Lakers are automatically championship contenders. I think the scenario for them to make the playoffs as a lock is they need to win 16 out of 24. I believe they can do it. I believe they can win maybe 18 out of these next 24 games because they have a good team. They have Rui Hachimura now. They have people who can stretch the floor. At the beginning of the season, they, I believe, shot less than 20% as a team, and now they have some of the best defenders in the league on the team. They have great shooters. They have emerging D'Angelo Russell, who over the past, I think, year has been one of the best shooters in the league. My personal opinion on this Lakers team is that they could get it done. I don't see them getting it done though. I know Anthony Davis is getting back and LeBron is playing how he is, but I just don't see them getting past certain teams, especially Phoenix and especially Dallas. Kyrie Irving was traded to the West. He was traded to the Mavericks from Brooklyn this past deadline. Now I think it's really going to be a good opportunity for Luka to really expand and see what he is like playing next to another star player. I think this is going to be a really interesting experiment for the Mavericks. Kyrie Irving and Luka Doncic could go really well together, or they might not. We saw in their first game together, Kyrie Irving took the back seat. In the second game, he also took the back seat with them passing it back and forth with each other. I think once they get it together with their chemistry and who's going to be that clutch player, we will see the full extent of what the Mavericks can be and do. This should be a really interesting first round because we might get Suns versus Mavericks very early, and if we get Suns versus Mavericks early, it is going to be a great series. We already know what that atmosphere is going to be like. It's going to be a really competitive series, whether they meet in the first round or the last. Devin Booker and Luka Doncic, we already know, have this kind of father-son relationship. I'm just playing. But they have a very competitive relationship on the court, and I'm excited to see if they actually do end up matching up in the first round. The Pelicans are currently sitting at 30-29 after losing 10 straight games. Into the season, I had them, I think, maybe winning 50 games this season. Without Zion, though, and without Brandon Ingram, it's been tough. CJ McCollum, he struggled early, so that was tough for them. And then the injuries, obviously the injuries. Zion Williamson, he hasn't played in about a month. Brandon Ingram, he's getting back into the lineup, but it's gonna be really tough for them if they don't get back their players. We all know how much of a threat they can be in the Western Conference if they are a fully healthy team. It's just they haven't been healthy. Zion Williamson is one of the best players in the league, and so is Brandon Ingram, both of them being top 30 players in the league. I just find it hard for them to be able to come out the West, or even come out maybe the play-in with the current team that they're running with now. They have to get healthy, and they got to get better. The I'm Fine in the West Grizzlies, led by the community gangster himself, Ja Morant, and Grayson Allen 2.0, Dillon Brooks, the Defensive Player of the Year, or not. If you know, you know, Jaren Jackson Jr. Since Ja Morant made that abysmal statement that the only team that they will have to have trouble with is the Boston Celtics, the West has gotten a lot harder. As you know, Kevin Durant went to the Suns, Kyrie Irving went to the Mavericks, and the Lakers got an upgrade. The Grizzlies, man, y'all are not fine in the West. Y'all have a less than 500 record in the Western Conference, and Ja Morant has not been struggling. Ja Morant has actually been very good this season, but Desmond Bane, he's been good. Dillon Brooks, I don't know how he has a green light on y'all team. Like, the man shot 30 shots and he only had 30 points. Besides all the jokes, this team has a lot of heart they play with. I don't think they have the experience to do much in the West in terms of winning a championship, but they do play very good. Ja Morant, as their leader, is a perfect leader for that Memphis team, whether that be good or bad. Before I say this, I just want to say I have zero problem with the Grizzlies. I think they're a fantastic team, but I think they are also inexperienced, and I think they're also a little bit getting ahead of themselves. I think they are first round exits this season. And Grizzlies fans, hear me out. This team, they're very good, like I stated before. I just think some of the teams that are maybe going to be the 6 or 7 or even 8 seed, if they get to the first, are just better. Not just are they only better, they are more experienced than them. And don't get me wrong, the Grizzlies have dogs. They absolutely do. But I just think if a team like the Pelicans get healthy at the right time and end up in that 8th or 7th seed spot, I have a hard time seeing that the Grizzlies get past them in the first round. Yeah, thanks for watching, y'all. I tried to get out another video, within 7 days, but obviously that didn't happen. But if you didn't like the video, still press the like button. If you like the video, press the like button and consider pressing the subscribe button. I'll see y'all next time. Enjoy this Jordan Poole video. It's gonna be a staple on this channel. They're gonna put it in after every video. But yeah, I'll see y'all next time.